Hello, guys. Welcome to week 3 of Boss Chick Academy. I am Nancy B, and I'm going to be your teacher tonight. Recap of last week's class. So you learned the basics of building a business. Then you created a business plan that makes your business flow effortlessly like water. Then you created your first new stream of income and created a profitable cash flow system. You got the tools to set up your business on a budget, and you learned how to create your first product offering. And you also learned how to legally structure your business so you can be legit, too legit to quit. All right, this week's focus is all about social media domination. I see a lot of common problems that people have is they have no followers. They don't know how to gain any followers, and maybe that they have followers, but they don't. Their followers don't care about what they're posting, or the followers who do care about what you're posting never ever responds to when you post about your products and your sales. Every time you post about your products and sales, you get crickets. And right now, you might be feeling defeated because everyone around you seems to be growing their followers effortlessly, but you just can't figure it out. And you might be having these doubts like, why can't you get people interested in following you? Sometimes some doubts might be like, you're not rich enough, or you're not popular enough, or you're not beautiful enough. Well, the good news is none of that matters. You will learn how to grow a loyal following that will buy from you no matter what. You ready? So today we're going to learn how to set up your social media page to get people to follow you, how to create a branding and marketing strategy for your social media, how to create promotions, ads, mini commercials that will turn heads and grabs people's attention. You also learn how to turn those followers into buyers, and you're going to get all my dirty little secrets to social media domination. So before we get into anything, grab your pen and paper and download it, your workbook and worksheets, because we're going to get to work. But in the meantime, a little bit about who I am. I am Nancy B, author of the book F Him. Don't be bitter, get better, and make money. I'm an entrepreneur, an artist, and I am on this very big mission to help women all over the world move on from Mr. Wrong, heal from their heartbreak, and get their lives back on track. My motto is do not be bitter, which means find peace of mind and your heart, get better, and actually upgrade yourself and have some self-care and make money so you can be financially independent and don't have to worry about a man or anybody for that matter again. So let's get started. This is my Instagram page. I was able to grow it to about 7,800 followers within a few short months. And as you can see, my brand is very cohesive. I have my logo up. I have in my bio what I do, my next challenge, and all of my things look nice. And guess what? I didn't have to follow anybody. I didn't have to buy these followers. I didn't have to spam anybody. I got some legit quality followers that actually care about what I'm doing, and I'm about to show you how to do the same. So a lot of mistakes I see when people are growing their followings is they buy followers. Why would you buy followers? Like, that doesn't make sense. When you buy followers, you are basically buying a robot to like your picture. That robot cannot buy your products, they cannot engage in comment with you, and you cannot impact their lives. So it's a waste of time and money. Never buy followers. Never spam. Don't go in other people's comments and tell people to follow you. Follow me, follow me, follow me. It's distasteful. Think about if you're in a cocktail party and you're just kind of abruptly just popping in and you're like, yeah, please call me or give me your number or whatever. Like, it's just rude. It's distasteful. Nobody wants to be bothered with what you're saying to follow you. Give them a reason, a real legit reason to follow you. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And next, that follow for follow is a waste of time. I used to do this in my old business, my very first business. I used to follow a bunch of people who had nothing to do with what I was doing. Well, actually, I got smart and went to people's pages that were similar to mine, and I started following for following. But that was a waste of time because people were only following me because I was following them. They were on my page for all the wrong reasons. They didn't care about what I was posting. They damn sure didn't care about what I was selling. And it was just, I had to erase that page. It was no longer needed. So don't do it. Don't do those mistakes that I'm telling you. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. You can build a following the right way without wasting a bunch of time and money. So let's get to it. 3 phases to social media domination. You have your branding phase, your marketing phase, and your relationship phase. Phase 1 is all about branding. Branding is what people perceive about you in your company. So what do people think about you? That's basically what branding is, okay? Do they think you're rich? Do they think you're poor? Do you think you're smart? Do they think you're funny? What does your brand say about you? According to businessdictionary.com, branding is the process involved in creating a unique name and image for your product in the consumer's mind. It's all about what the consumer think in their mind, mainly through advertising campaigns with a consistent theme. Branding aims to establish a significant and differentiated presence in the market that attracts and retains loyal customers. Got it? Good. Phase 2, which is marketing. Marketing is the way you get people to learn about your brand. And according to businessdictionary.com, once again, it's the management process through which goods and services move from concept to customer. It includes the coordination of 4 elements called the 4 P's of marketing. So you have number 1 is the identification, selection, and development of a product. Number 2 is the determination of the price. Number 3 is the selection of the distribution channel to reach the customer's place. And number 4 is the development and implementation of the promotional strategy. So basically, marketing is how do you get people to learn about your brand? How do you get people to see your brand? And how do you get people to buy, to participate in whatever promotion or sale or campaign that you are having? And I forgot about phase 3, but phase 3 is basically relationships. What kind of relationship do you have with your brand? I'm going to get into that. That's more of a bonus phase because people always miss it, so I'll get into that later. But the big takeaway is your brand, you must brand before you market, and you must build relationships before you sell. Okay? Brand before you market, relationship before you sell. So how do you build your social media following? I've broken it down to 5 steps. You go from no followers to all the way to followers who buy. So step number 1 is platform. I'm going to go into it in deeper detail, but I'm just running through it. Step 1 is pick your platform. Step 2 is define your purpose. Step 3 is to plan out your posts. Step 4 is to create a presence. And step 5 is to promote. Step 1 is to choose your vehicle. Pick a social media platform that you are comfortable with, okay? But you don't have to be on every single social media. You can start with being on one and then add them as you grow slowly. However, when you're choosing your platform, you want to keep in mind of your target market. Where does your people hang out? For instance, if you're marketing to 50-year-olds, you probably won't find them on Snapchat. And if you're marketing to 18 to 24-year-olds, you probably won't find them on Facebook because Facebook is a more older platform. So basically, do your research and figure out where your target market is actually hanging out. My top choices for platforms are Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. I love those because those are the most engaging. Video is like the king of social media right now. People want to see your face. People want to hear your voice. And pictures. So those are really good to get on. Facebook is a mixture of both, and Periscope is live. It's a brand new platform that's growing. So pick your vehicle, your platform. But today I'm going to teach you how to build your Instagram platform. So grab your workbook and let's get to work. Go ahead and pause. I'll wait. All right, so activity number 1 is what platform are you going to choose? Who are your people and where do they hang out? So go ahead and jot them down. Who are your people? Are they, and write their name, their, like, are they women, men, their age, demographic. Who are your people? And find out where your people hang out on social media and write that down. And then what blogs do they find interesting? Like if they're on Instagram, what pages do they like to visit? Like a lot of my followers like to visit the Shade Room. They like to visit which is like a TMZ. It's like a TMZ type of blog. So what kind of vlogs do they like to visit? Do they like to visit food blogs? Do they like to visit gossip vlogs? Do they like to visit funny entertainers and comedians? Figure it out. This is all about research when choosing your platform. All right, step 2 is define your purpose / your brand identity. What category does your social media fall under? For example, is it entertaining, inspirational, or educational? Sometimes it could be all three. But when you're marketing and branding, you must keep in mind that you need to be entertaining, inspirational, educational, because it's social media. It's a form of entertainment or a form of, like, people want to enjoy seeing your posts. So you want to kind of stick to these 3 categories and gear your post around that. All right, so list the 3 topics you're going to focus on within your brand. And then after that, I want you to create a bio. Really short. Basically, all it has to do is tell you who you are, what you do, and how you can help. Okay, and then you want to create an image style. Basically, what are your fonts? They have to be consistent. Stick to the same fonts, stick to the same colors, stick to the same logos. Be cohesive and stick to what you started with unless you're going to do a rebrand. You want to stick to colors and logos and fonts and images and shapes and styles that are going to represent who you are. And it's going to speak before. Like, people be like, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, you're going to have to. Like, this is a visual age, so you actually have to represent yourself visually before anybody can know what you do and who you stand for. So basically come up with that. For example, branding is everything. Okay, you have Starbucks coffee. Sorry about that. As you can hear, my 1-year-old was waking up, and I went to a different room and he comes running out to the room dancing and stuff. So I had to pause, but I am back. So let's get back into this class. So for example, branding is everything. As you can see, you have 2 identical cups of coffee. Starbucks has its brand, its logo on there, and then you understand the messaging and lifestyle behind Starbucks. Starbucks created a brand around lifestyle. Where this plain cup of coffee, it's cheaper because nobody cares. Like, it's just a cup of coffee. It doesn't add any experience, any special experience when they're drinking it. So that's what you want to do. You want your brand to create an experience, a lifestyle, some type of motivation to get people to spend an extra $1 or so on your brand. So activity number 2 is to find out what your purpose is. So now that you've joined the conversation, just like you show up to your party, your cocktail party, tell them why they should engage with you and why they should follow you. So what you're going to do is you're going to state what you believe. So for example, I believe women shouldn't have to suffer after a breakup. And that is getting a connection with people. So what do you believe? What does your brand stand for? And number 2, why are you here? What do you want people to take away from what you're saying? So I like to write 3 power words that describes your brand. So right now, write down 3 power words, 3 words you want people to automatically connect with your brand when they see you. Okay. All right. And then activity 3 is your brand style guide. Now, this is an example of a brand style guide. So if you have your company, this will be your company's logo at the top. Then your fonts. You will pick 2 fonts or 1 or 2 fonts that you're going to stick with no matter what. And you're going to have the name. And you're going to have the name of that font right there. Then you're going to have your colors. Now, as you can see under here, these are the color codes that translate on every computer desktop, so that you can have the same exact color no matter where you're printing or where who's doing your style, your graphic design for you. So it's easy to find them. Just Google it. But basically, CMYK, these are the numbers for this color. These are the numbers for this color, and in RGB, these are the numbers for this color. And I'm never use hex or Pantone, but it's always good to keep your color code so that you can have the same color throughout your whole brand. And then these are just like your different logo sizes that you'll have under there. And also what I like to add to my brand style guide is certain kind of shapes and certain things that represent who you are, so that you could keep it together, keep it cohesive. All right, step 3 is to create your content and plan your post out ahead of time. Before you go looking for any followers, before you go marketing to any followers, you should have your brand in place and you should have your content already posted, because you don't want them coming to an empty page. You want them to have something to look at when they get there. So 3 types of posts you should have in place is your value post. A value post is basically a post that gives content, gives information, it gives inspiration, or it's very entertaining. What is your audience looking for? So post about those things. Give value. Valuable content is everything. Valuable content is king. You have to give value. Lifestyle post is the big picture. What after your page, after someone visits your page and they've truly engaged and learned things from your page, what is the big picture you're trying to send? What do you want people to take away? Like what is the dream? What is the promised land of whatever you have to offer? People should feel like my life can look like this if I stick with this person. So create some lifestyle posts and sell the dream. Show them the promise. Tell them what life looks like after they stick with you, after they've consumed your content, and actually you know, basically connect with them. Show them real behind the scene pictures of what you're doing to build your business or build your brand, and be relatable. These are lifestyle posts. You can have a lot of fun with these. And then you have your call to action posts. Posts telling them to take action. It doesn't necessarily mean always buy. Sometimes you want them to sign up for your email list. Sometimes you want them to tag friends. Sometimes you want them to leave a comment or share your post. But you should always get used to asking your followers to do something. Always ask them to take an action, because that's how you're going to get them, train them to actually listen to you when you do create a promotion and you want them to go and buy something from you. So get in the habit of asking them to do something so that they're not thrown off guard when it's game time. So activity 4 in your workbook is actually creating a presence. You want to make people happy and grateful that they met you and found you on the internet. Like, you want people to be like, oh, thank God I found this person on the internet. Thank God I found her on the internet. So choose a category that you're going to predominantly fall under. Like I said before, you can be a bit of all 3, but just choose one or two that you want to fall under. And then kind of stick to that. That's where you could gauge where your posts and content are going to go. Then write 3 topics your brand will focus on. So for instance, my page is more of a inspirational type of post. I like to inspire people to empower them to move on and let go of Mr. Wrong. So that's what I fall under. And 3 topics I focus on is peace of mind, upgrading your life, and financial independence. Those are the 3 topics I stick to. Those are what my posts always are surrounded by, and people can gauge that. They can sense that presence. Activity 5 is to actually plan out your post. So what times are you going to post? Morning, noon, and night is a good gauge to follow. And just set a time and put it in your phone, put a reminder, and actually stick to that plan. Then you can have an Instagram grid. The first 9 posts on your Instagram page should always look cohesive. Like when people come and visit, those first 9 things should keep their attention. Remember, people have very short attention spans, so you want to be able to grab their attention as soon as they get on your page. Don't be like, oh, well, I have good stuff at the bottom of my feed. They could just scroll back. Nobody's going to scroll back. They're going to visit your page, look at the first 9 pictures, and if it's nothing interesting, they're not going to follow. They're going to move on. Like, people are busy and people have things to do. So you want to do your job and do whatever you can to keep and grab their attention, grab and keep their attention so that they can follow you. So I always start from the bottom, number 1, all the way up to number 9. Number 1 to 9, and just fill it out and make it look really nice. I stick to the checkerboard look, which means every other color, every other post, I'll do a pink post and then a regular post and the pink, regular pink post. So that's like a checkerboard post. So All right, so phase 2 of marketing is how will your brand be seen? This is critical. Marketing must come after branding. I cannot stress this enough. Marketing after branding. You must brand first. You must brand first before you market, before you go looking for people, before you go screaming to the hilltops, hey, I have something over here. You want a brand. You want to look good before you get people to come. Then we go on to move phase 2, marketing. Step 4 is to get seen, get heard, and gain followers. The name of the game is to create a presence. Get new people to be attracted to you, fall in love with you, and commit to following you and actually buy into your brand. So you want to get seen, get heard, and gain followers. The first key to this is actually get traffic to your page. How will you get traffic to your page? A good way is shout out for shout out. That's a free way. You could just simply find a page that has about roughly the same followers, amount of followers as you, and offer them to do a shout out for shout out and see if you get followers there. Then you can also go into hashtags. Create a list of, I believe it's 30 you can put on your post, but create a list of 30 hashtags that your people are searching for. And do your research on this. Figure out where people are. Don't pick hashtags that are getting swallowed, like simple ones like love. Like if you look up the hashtag love, there's like 300 million posts about love. You want to kind of stick to the 100,000 range, 100,000 to about 900,000 range. You kind of want to stay away from the million post hashtags because your post will get swallowed easily. Another way to get traffic to your page is paid advertisement, which is my favorite because you don't have to depend on anyone. You just depend on your own dollars to get people there. You can buy ads from Facebook ads, you can buy Google banner ads, and you can actually buy ads from people who sell promotion on their page. Like popular people, if you go to their page and look in their bio, they will have their email there so that they can promote your page for them for a small fee. So go ahead, make a list of people who you might want to advertise with. And then another way, which is a free way, is to find blogs similar to yours. Go in their comments and actually engage with people in their comments. Don't be a spam buster and just be like, oh, follow me, follow me, follow me. But actually add valuable stuff to the content, to the comments. Actually give real opinions. Actually show your presence, show your talent, show your skills, show your personality in the comments and engage. And trust me, people will follow you. It'll take longer to do this way, but at least you know the person is following you because they clicked on your page and they are actually genuinely interested in what you have to offer. Number 5 is to create content people are already searching for. People go on the internet to search things. Google is like the number one search engine in the world. So what are people searching? A lot of people could be searching for my blog, for instance. A lot of people are searching how to get over a breakup. Bomb. I have blogs, vlogs, and content ready for people to answer those questions to help solve those problems. So create content that people are already searching for, and then you will get found, and you will get seen, and you will get heard. Which brings me into content marketing. Content marketing is the marketing and business process for creating and distributing relevant and valuable content to attract, acquire, and engage a clearly defined and understood target audience with the objective of driving profitable customer action. So it is the process of creating and distributing relevant and valuable content. So content marketing is my favorite because, like I said, you're in control of this. You don't have to depend on somebody to give you a shout out. You don't have to pay anybody money. If you create content that people are looking for, you will attract the clients that you want, and they will engage with you. So one way to treat your Instagram is like a mini blog, and actually create mini vlogs and blogs that solve problems and gives people an instant relief when they read it. So if you write a mini blog on how to get over a breakup, you're gonna, put 3 bullet points down. So I like to keep it really simple: beginning, middle, and end. Beginning is introducing them to the problem, making them be aware of their problem. Middle is giving 3 steps to actually solving their problem, and end is actually giving a word of encouragement and motivation to actually fulfill and go and take action to do it. Very simple, and it's a very effective way to market over the internet. Pair this with paid advertising, and you will always get traffic to your website, to your blog, to your page, your Instagram page. So activity 6 is actually content creation. You're going to take some time out and write 3 problems that you can help people solve. Like literally, if your friend called you on the phone and was like, hey girl, I have this problem. How can you help them solve it? Stick to those topics because you'll be able to effortlessly come up with content and you won't have to feel so bogged down and obligated to do it. You'll feel more happy and more comfortable doing that. Then I want you to come up with 3 blog topic headlines. People are not going to read your stuff if you do not have a good headline. So you want to come up with a very killer headline. How can you get people interested in what you have written about or posted about? So headline is just as important as the actual content that you've created. Okay. And what kind of media will you use? Are you going to use video? Are you going to use email? Are you going to use PDF guides? Are you going to do webinar like this PowerPoint right here? Get creative on the different kind of media you use because, and actually you can do all of it. Once you create the content, you've written out an outline for all of your content. You can create a video for it. You can create a PDF for it. You can create an email for it. You can create an Instagram post, a picture graphic, an infographic. There's so many ways to distribute your content. You just have to make sure you create the outline for it. So that's what activity 6 is all about. And then activity 7 is how will you drive people to your content? Get creative and come up with some very good ideas to get people interested. I like to use the shock and awe factor. I like to, use very shocking and very mysterious tactics to get people interested in what I'm selling. And I like to think of them as little mini commercials and ads. So come up with some good commercial and ad ideas to get people interested in your blog and your page and following you. And then once you come up with 3 good ideas, you can actually get inspired and take some ideas from commercials and ads that you've already seen. Just make it your own. And then after that, you want to figure out how are you going to distribute your ads and commercials, which is back to the how you're going to get traffic. So where are you going to put your little ads and commercials? My favorite is actually doing promotion influencer marketing, which I pay an influencer, someone who's already popular in Instagram, to repost my ad, repost my commercial, and then I'll get traffic to my page. Okay, so phase 3 of the social media domination is to actually build relationship with your followers. This is like a bonus phase to social media because nobody really talks about it, but it's super important. It's like the customer service of your of the internet, which it is basically building relationships. Build bonds with people and actually connect with them. People miss the mark because they have a lot of followers, but that doesn't mean they have a connection with you. They're just following you. They haven't talked to you. They haven't seen you talk to anybody. Even though you can't talk to everyone, people will notice that you do respond back, that you do comment back to people. So that's just as good enough as actually responding to that person because they see you responding to other people who are trying to engage with you. So this is all important because people buy from people. They don't buy from business. And that's why word of mouth marketing is the best form of advertising because people trust people. People do not trust businesses. Okay, so get that out of your mind. If you notice, a lot of commercials and a lot of ads, like car insurance companies, they put a person. They're trying to put a face attached to their brand because they understand the power of people trusting people and people seeing. Like for example, the spokesperson for Allstate Insurance is Flo. You like her, you're starting to get in connection with her. You see her every day, so you're starting to trust her because she's a real person. She's not a corporation or a building or whatever. So you want to also get people to know, like, and trust you. That is the core of building relationships with people. So to get them to know you, you can tell very relatable stories, actually connect with them, let people in a little bit into your life and be a real human being. To get them to like you is to actually engage with people. And comment. When you see people comment on your page, nobody likes to be ignored. So comment back. Go on their page, like a few of their pictures, leave genuine comments under their stuff, and actually connect with people. And then you also want them to trust you, which is basically just about being consistent and showing up when you say you're going to show up. You have to be there. You can't just show up once. Think about a guy trying to court you and he's like calling you once every week. that person, you're going to be like, man, I can't trust that person. That person doesn't like me because they don't show up. They're not consistent. They're not truly, genuinely trying to get to know me and trying to get me to like them. So activity 8 is a storytelling activity. Basically, the keys to telling a great story is to be transparent, be relatable, be authentic, but also be very entertaining, because at the end of the day, it is social media and not sales media. You want to be social, you want to be nice, you want to be kind, and you want to be yourself at the end of the day. So craft 3 stories about yourself that you can tell your audience. Like, come up right now, what 3 stories can you always tell your audience that you know are going to get people interested in you? And then you want to figure out how you're going to engage. Create posts around engagement. Like, you can do a Q&A session post. You can ask a question and have people comment under that picture. You can post a riddle and get people to try to figure out, the how to solve a riddle. There's so many ways you can engage and get people involved in your page. It's all about involvement. Okay? So the whole goal of this marketing thing is to, number one, find your people. Then you want to get their attention. Okay? After you get their attention, you want to get them to follow you. Get them to give you your email list. Connect with them in different ways. Then number 4, you want to get them in your sales funnel / your promotion. You want to promote to them, which we're going to talk about more in week 4, is actually creating a solid sales funnel and promotion campaign that are going to get people to number 5 would buy from you. And then you start the cycle all over again. Once you get that done, you find more people, you get their attention, you get them to follow you, you promote to them, and you get them to buy. All right. Do you have any questions? If you do, please leave them below in the comments and I will answer them. And I will go ahead and talk to you later tonight with in our coaching session. So I can't wait to hear from you. And in the next class, you will learn how to set up your sales funnel and sales system so you can actually automate all of this. And you don't have to, do it one by one. You can actually market and brand. You can market to hundreds of people at a time instead of doing it one by one. I'm going to show you how to do that, the keys to that. And until next time, I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.